So here it is, the Tuesday after Thanksgiving, and I hope everyone had a nice Thanksgiving week. This is this week's things, and I'm bringing back some things you haven't seen before, but some of these bags have notes on them, and some things might look familiar, just because I'm trying to get them sold here instead of having to list them. I've been a listing maniac. It is Black Friday as I'm recording this, and I don't do the Black Friday shopping thing. But I have done the Black Friday listing thing all day today, so I'm going to have a lot of purses going up on my my eBay page on the 1st. So I'm out of free listings for the month for November. So on December 1st, all of those purses that I have drafted up will go live on my eBay store. But meanwhile, today, what's going to be live, well, not live in that sense, but just live as in you can buy these things. There are these things. Some of them you're going to recognize, and some of them will be new. But we're just going to come right out of the gate. This one I think was relatively recent. This I haven't been able to confirm if it's a Wendy Mignot or Mignot. I don't know how you pronounce her name. It's spelled M-I-G-N-O-T. And if I remember in editing, I'll put her name up here. But she does a lot of these leather cord with pearl necklaces. And these are genuine pearls, and this is genuine leather, but there are a lot of copycats. So I'm not sure if this is actually one of hers. Some of her designs are just kind of hard to peg down. One feature of hers is that they'll have this loop that you can, wear different ways. Like you could just hang it around your neck like this, let that hang down on each side. Or you could, put one or more of these pearls on this side through the loop and just wear it different ways. A lot of hers will have a pearl in the back right here, but not necessarily all of them. And you can just go check out her website to see what I'm talking about with her pearl and leather necklace designs. She makes other designs too, but I think mostly what she's known for is these leather and pearl things. So, and they go for big dollars. So if this one is one of hers, somebody's going to get an amazing deal, because on her website, something like this would go for sometimes like a couple $100s. Her things are pretty pricey. So this one's going to be number 1, and we're going to just do this one for, oh gosh, I'm just going to do that one for $8. I'm ready to move that thing on, and that's an incredible deal. If this is actually a Wendy Mignot, however you say her name. So I did just jump right in without reminding everyone, because there are some new people here. If there's anything you're interested in buying from this video, just contact me, skeeterjonesthings@gmail.com, and we will talk about it there. And again, I hope everybody had a nice Thanksgiving and was able to see friends or family or do something you enjoy on that day. It looks different for everybody. Put in the comments whatever you did for Thanksgiving. This actually matches a little bit, kind of, my sweater today. This is a gemstone, and it's sort of pinkish and gray. I think it's a quartz. I don't have the gem eye out, and I'm having to be kind of quick because it's almost time for me to get things ready for dinner the day after Thanksgiving. So a lot of people are doing different things around the house, and I've got to start getting some dinner ready. So I offered this once before for $3, and we're going to keep it at that. And what it is it's a gemstone, this sort of light pink with these black and gray specks, silver tone little rose embossed beads in between, and it's a stretchy, and the stretch is nice on it, really good stretch. And well, I'm not going to test gemstones, but I do need to give you sizes. Let me go get my mandrel. Okay, The size on this, without stretching at all, is about a 6 1/4 to maybe 6 1/2. A nice little pretty stretch bracelet if you like stones. And I believe this is a quartz. Looks like a tiny, tiny chip right there. So, because of that little tiny chip, actually, let's make that $2. And I don't know what this B is for on here, and this is not number 6. This is going to be number 2. Look at all the scribbles all over this bag. So it's number 2 for $2. And what you do, what a lot of people are doing, and I may try to screenshot, again, if I remember in editing. I know I promise a lot of stuff that I'm going to drop into the screen, and then I forget to do it. So hopefully I'll remember, because I've been meaning to put an example, like a screenshot example of how some people are requesting items, and it really helps me to keep everything in order, and it helps people be able to watch the video and then jump over to their email and claim things as they go. Because I can let everyone know, if you're new here, some things go pretty quick. So if you wait until you watch the whole video, then email a whole list at one time, you may miss out on some things. So there's quite a scramble sometimes on some of these items. So if you keep another tab open with your email, you can just pop over to your email and just send me an empty email. You don't even have to put a body in it, but just in the subject line, just put the number of the item and the price. Like you can say, you know, like number 2, $2. And that's all you need to put. And then I'll either respond with a thumbs up, meaning, yes, you're the first one that claimed it, and that's in pending for you. Or I'll put a thumbs down, meaning that someone has already requested it before you. But if you get a thumbs down, there will also be a reply from me letting you know what place you are in the wait list. So if the first person like decides not to get it or something like that, or falls through, then I'll contact you and let you know that it's available. So hopefully that wasn't too confusing. Just email me with your questions if I did just now confuse you. But here we go. This is item number 3, and I think this is a relatively recent one too. I'm not sure what this metal is. I'm pretty sure it was not 925. Yeah, I think it's brass maybe, but there's this chain mail with these beads that sort of dangle down from it. And let's see, I had a tape measure here somewhere. Let me go find it. Okay, I'm kind of scatterbrained just because I'm trying to rush through this. I don't want to rush, but sometimes I have to. I can't record Monday morning because I'll be with my mom. She's going in for some minor outpatient surgery on Monday, so I've got to be with her. So I can't record Monday morning, so I've got to rush and get this done now before I make dinner. So anyway, this is about a 2 3/4 inch. I don't know if you call that what you would call that measurement, but it's from the front. This is kind of collar style, from the front down to the bottom of the longest little bead drop. The overall drop length on the necklace is, it's like a collar style, is about 7 1/4, and that's just the inside from here to here. And then you have a about 2 1/2 inch extender, which gives you 1 1/4 inch of extra drop. And it's this sort of just aged brass color. And from the weight of it, it might actually be brass. I can't say for sure, but I believe it is. And there it is. It's very, very cute. It's number 3, and we'll do that one. We'll just do that one for $4. it's about to be crazy hectic around our house. So I'm hoping to get all of my videos filmed and hopefully find new homes for all of this great jewelry, so that I don't have to find the time to make all those eBay listings. Okay, these you may recognize. These came from those $3 new without card, those $3 new without card lots that I did. These have like these little rhinestone bagels or donuts with little pave set rhinestones and gold tone hoops. They have a nice weight to them. I mean, they're not heavy, but they just kind of feel like quality from the weight, but you can tell that they're not high end. You can tell that. They're very, very pretty. Those would look nice on New Year's with your New Year's outfit. These are going to be number 4. Here, let's write on this side. It won't smudge. And that's from those $3 earring lots. So that will be $3. And these were all of those, if you remember those videos, these were all new without card. And I think there are a few more of those in here. That's number 4. I am not going to gem test because that takes a lot longer. And I don't think there's any gems in here other than like that quartz. I'm pretty sure that was quartz. But I do have over here my sterling testing equipment, so I think I'll be doing that. Because these are stamped 925, these beads are. And I remember showing this in a video before. And this bracelet, I do recall, is not sterling. But the beads, I did test those. And I don't remember how they came out. So we'll go ahead and do those. I'm pretty sure this butterfly charm is not, it doesn't feel like it. No, that's not sterling. But we will double check the where it's marked right here on these beads and this little spacer right here. So we'll do the spacer. No, that's not sterling. And then we'll do these 4 beads. That looks rather coppery. Yeah, I'll be surprised if these pop up blue. I'm not expecting those to come up sterling at all. But I have, it sounds odd, I have had some things come up that look kind of coppery or rosy, kind of show up blue, and I think that's just a case of maybe having a little bit of plating on them. Yeah, that's not coming up at all. So these are sterling fakers as far as these beads go. They're pretty beads. It's just that they're fakers with their little 925 marks right there. So let's put this all back together. I'll put on 2 beads and the butterfly, and then 2 more beads, and then the spacer, and then we'll screw on this little end right there. Okay, and it's a pretty little bracelet. It's got a little bit of adjustability with it being open. The size, as it sits now, is 7 3/4. This is how it looks on. It's pretty. I like that little butterfly. But this is a cutie. This one is going to be number 5. And we'll do that for $3. And remember, this is not sterling, even though it's marked 925. It is not sterling on those beads. Okay. Number 6, here are some J. Crew new on card hoops. And they have these little stones on them. And I think that's faux pearl. And I think these are acrylic, these little orange stones. I'll take one of these off. I did bring Erlene over here with me. So for anyone who needs warning, here she comes. And I'll show you what these look like when you wear them. There you go. Those are really cute. I like that orangey color. Okay, I'll put that back on the card. I don't remember if these had an original retail price on the back of the card, but we're about to find out. There we go. Let's see. No, we have a style number and we have a reimagined. So they are hypoallergenic. So for these new J. Crew earrings, they are number 6. And brand new J. Crew earrings, how about we do 6 for 6? Okay. Number 7. I remember showing this before. I think this came in a lot. I don't know, like a blue box lot or something. This is a Hard Rock Cafe pin. It has these type of pin back on it. It has its little collector number and all of that, because people collect these little motorcycle pins with the girl on the motorcycle. The wheels move. It's just really cool. And this one is Hard Rock Cafe. I think each one's affiliated with a certain location. I can't read that. What does that say? I'm going to come off screen and see if I can see what that says. Okay, it's just the like the trademark where it says hardrock.com. I think it says, oh, it says limited edition on there, and I think made in China or something like that. But these are all limited edition. I don't know what this is. Maybe it's like the number in the series, or it's somehow maybe authenticates it. It's a holographic little bubble thing with a number. And like I said, it's got the little moving wheels. It has the lady on the motorcycle with the guitar over her back. And I believe these are affiliated with certain locations. I say that, I'm like trying to do this quickly, but then the research hound in me has just gotta research. Let's see, this says it's the Washington, D.C. Hard Rock Cafe pin. Let's see, on eBay. I guess these are going for around $25. This is listing though. So I'm not going to look up what they're selling for and all of that. They're listing for $25. That sounds reasonable. I don't think that's an outlier kind of price. So we're going to do this as number 7. And they're being listed on eBay for $25. Let's do it for $10. It's official and authentic, according to the little bubble, holographic bubble on the back of it. And again, in your subject line, if you want this one or anything, remember, just send me an email. In the subject line, you would just put number 7, $10, and then that's it. And you'll get back a thumbs up or a thumbs down with your place in line. Okay, this will be number 8. This is pretty. I don't remember this one. This is a loft piece. Loft needs more love. It is a very underrated jewelry brand. Their jewelry is so beautiful. But the good thing for collectors is that you know, you can build your collection on the cheap because it's way underpriced, because people have to price it low to sell it because it's undervalued. So that's good news for any loft lovers out there. But here it is, loft, and this appears to be brass with a little silver tone chain running through this Rolo chain. And these cha-cha style glass beads, which are gorgeous. They have a mirrored coating on them, and they're sort of shades of champagne and tan and gray. And then you have these little ones, these metallic ones with the rhinestones going around. And it's all just sort of cha-cha style. Let's see, let's give you a measurement. This is a 9-inch drop with a 2-inch extender. That would give you another 1 inch of drop measurement. Let's give you a close-up so you can get a better idea of these colors. Look how gorgeous and how sparkly. There's glass beads on that beautiful loft necklace. I like the detail too of the silver tone chain running through the middle of the brass chain. That's going to be number 8 on this one. And we'll do 8 for $5. Okay, number 9. I remember showing this one. I don't know what this came in. I forgot. What is this? I know this mark. I can't remember what that brand is. But this is a nice, very heavy, very chunky gold tone. I don't think it's brass. It might be brass because it feels pretty heavy. No, it's gold tone. Got these heavy, chunky links right here with what looks like leather, but it may just be faux leather with snake print. Have a little bit of tone loss on the back of these links, but not so much on the front. It's in really great shape. And then this nice gold tone chain, which is layered up. And anybody that knows that mark, let me hear about it in the comments. So the drop on this one is 8 inches. Well, yeah, 3-inch extender. Shepherd's hook clasp. That's the pretty extender, and there's the shepherd's hook. And that's it. And all of this gold tone is in really, really great shape. The only wear, really, that's apparent to me is just right here on the back. And we'll do this one. It'll be number 9. And we'll do that one. We'll do that one for 5 also. That's a pretty heavy, chunky, nice piece. Okay, some people you might hear the microwave in the background because some people are not ready to wait for me to finish this and they're hungry already. So this is Bauble Bar, and it's a choker, a really pretty choker with faux turquoise. Looks like acrylic. I think that's acrylic faux turquoise with rhinestones. And a very light gold tone on the chain. It's a little bit twisted up. There we go. So that is pretty small. That can go from about a 5-inch to about a 6-inch. So this is a choker, like all the way. The color on it's really pretty. It's got some sparkle to it with these little faceted beads in between the little faux turquoise. And we'll do that one. That's number 10. So we'll just do 3 for that one. Remember, this is just a choker length right here. It has sort of a tribal look to it. It's really pretty. I had some Christmas music playing, and then I realized if that came across in the background, I might get hit, and I don't want to get hit, so if you heard some music in the background, that's why you don't hear it now. Right now you're probably just hearing commotion in the kitchen. So these are J. Crew, and they come with a little muslin drawstring bag. Gold, well, brass. They're the nice J. Crew brass. Very well constructed. With sort of champagne colored stones, this little acrylic tan or beige colored little gold tone stones, and these acrylic black ones, and these pyramid shaped metal. Yeah, those are probably brass also, and they're pierced. Those are really pretty. The length from the top of the post to the bottom is about 1.5 inches. And across the widest part right here is about 1 inch. And here comes the lovely Erlene to show you what those look like when you wear them. There we are. Very, very pretty. I really like those. And these cuties are, let's see, they need a bag. I thought I had a bag for these. I'll steal a bag from something else. These are going to be number 11 for $8. And those even come with their bag right there. These are, well, these are the same as number 4. These are going to be number 12. It'll be the same thing. We won't go all into them just because we already did. So these are going to be number 12, and they're going to be $3 also. There's some of those new without card earrings, and I don't think I gave you a measurement actually the last time, and I don't think I put them on Erlene either. They're close to 3 inches, about 2 3/4 drop, and then the hoop is about 2 inches across, and really quick. That's what they look like on right there. And these don't have backs, but I'll put backs on those before I send them to you. And there we go. Okay, number 13. This is another This is a bracelet, and that is how you secure it. You just put a little waterfall pearls right through the loop. And these are all genuine pearls. As, let's see, the biggest it can go is a 6 3/4, almost 7, probably more like 6 3/4. And then, of course, you know, it can go all the way up past the knot, I guess, if you need it to. But that's that. And we're going to do this one. We did that for $8 on that necklace. We'll do this one for $6. And this is number 12. Is that right? Yeah. So the necklace was $8. This is $6. So and this one is a bracelet, and it's cute. The leather cord on this one is black. Or no, is it black or is it dark brown? It's kind of hard to tell. It looks more like a dark brown the closer I look. And there we go. Number 13. Another bracelet. Let's go ahead and get a size on it. That's about a 7, and it has these little pave set rhinestones all the way around, and they are all there, it looks like. Yeah. And it has a clasp that opens like this, a fold-over clasp. And then it's hinged. That's about how it looks on. It kind of matches what I've got right there, my little stack. I got this in San Antonio last March. This is a Kendra Scott that I got in one of the last 15-piece thread-up boxes that I ever got. And these are birthday gift from my sister a couple of years ago. But I digress. This is the bracelet that is going to be number 13. And it is new. It came with those new without card earrings. I remember when I got this. So this would be, I guess, a new without tags, unbranded. There's no gold tone loss. It is new. So since that came with that little earring lot, we'll also do that for $3. Here's a pretty one. This might look good for your New Year's festivities. This is another loft piece. Silver tone. Actually, it's not silver tone. I think this is stainless. This pretty curb chain. It has the sort of diamond cut on the outside of it. And these cat's eye, sort of thermoset looking cabs right there. Then you have yellow, sort of smoky colored, and white stones. Pretty statement necklace. Let's put it on its smallest adjustment and get a drop measurement. It's about a 7.5 inch drop and a 2-inch extender. And the 7.5 inch drop is from clasp to the top of this cabochon right there. But here it is, very sparkly, very pretty. And then here's the construction on the back. You have 3 parts that are attached together with ring, well, 4. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's very, very pretty. And we'll do this gorgeous loft. That's number 14 for $6. That's kind of my standard for loft necklaces that are in good condition. there, number 14 for $6. Okay, I had to stop recording for a minute because I forgot where I was and I double numbered something again. That's becoming like very habit. So these are both 12. So whenever you say number 12 for $3, say whether you're talking about the earrings or the bracelet, so I'll know. So far that's the only one that I double numbered. Hopefully it will remain the only things that get double numbered. So these earrings are next. They're just these large teardrops. They have sort of a boho feel to them. Let's get Earlene out to show you how they look. They're kind of big. Have all these little scrolls on them. Sort of a Brighton kind of look. But these are not Brighton. They are not Brighton. But that's what they look like on. Big, bold, statement earrings. So the Brighton look without the Brighton price tag. They are silver tone and they look new. These may have come with that $3 lot. I don't remember. Let's see. 3 inches long from the top of the hook to the bottom of the earring and almost 2 inches across. And I think I'm just going to price these as if they came with that lot. These are going to be number 15. And we'll do them for $3. Those are really pretty. Okay, the halfway point. Number 16, something else that will look good on for your New Year's festivities. These little rhinestone studs, they do not have backs. I don't think they came with that lot, but I'm going to price them as if they did. I'll put backs on these for whoever buys them. Oh, here comes Earlene. Sorry, I didn't give you a warning, but that's how they look on. Of course, you can turn them whichever way you like. They're about a 1/2 inch across, and it's these large square rhinestones with a little halo around. And that's it on those. And yeah, we'll just do those as if they came with that lot. So these will be 16 for $3. Okay, number 17. I remember showing this before. It's been a while because these look like, they remind me of laurel leaves, the little laurel leaf crowns, the old Roman things. See, it's a J. Crew, which means that this is brass. And it's constructed like this, like little taco shells that are linked together. So I guess instead of laurel leaves, maybe these remind me of tacos. So the taco bracelet does not have any extender on it. So the size is the size. And the size is about 7.5. And that's what it looks like on. So that's very interesting. Little taco necklace from J. Crew. That's going to be number 17 for $6. And there we are. Number 18. I got this one more recently. It's heavy, so I think it's brass. It was broken. That's what was wrong with this one. I did get it recently, and it was broken, and I fixed one of these strands. So it's this Rolo chain with these little tabs, sort of, just hanging off of it, sort of cha-cha style. So it has movement to it, and it sparkles. So that's a really nice one, and it's layered. It has two separate lengths on it, and one of the lengths was broken, so I had to repair that. There it is. So there's not an extender. I believe this is brass. The top layer has a 9.5-inch drop, and the second layer has an 11-inch drop. And I believe it's brass because it's heavier than it looks like it should be. It has a very light look to it, but it's heavier than it appears. And it has a toggle closure. Right there. If it is gold tone, it'll be a matte gold tone or semi-matte gold tone with no tone loss on it. I don't know. I have a feeling this is probably brass, but I can't guarantee that. But it is a very nice little item, and it's going to be number 18. And we'll do that one also for $6. Okay, number 19. Here's another. Oh, I thought this was going to be Loft. This is Alfani. Silver tone. It looks new. There's no tone loss. I don't see any scratching on it. I don't see any dirt on it. When we get the measurement in a minute, it's going to have a 2-inch extender. There's a wider snake chain and a more narrow snake chain, and these faux pearl stations going all the way down. And okay, it has this sort of style at the bottom where all the chains go into this one faux pearl and they come out the bottom, and they have faux pearls hanging off of them, but only, let's see, 4 go in and 3 strands come out. So that's the design. And I'll have to measure it outside the light box. 12 inches. And then remember there's a 2-inch extender. And then after the drop, from the top of this pendant to the bottom is 6 inches. So there's a lot of length right here. The 12-inch drop is from the clasp, or not including the extender, but from the clasp to the top of the pendant. And then the 6 inches is from the top of the pendant to the bottom of the tassel there. Brand new faux pearl and silver tone Alfani. And that's going to be number, are we on 19 already? That's number 19. And we're going to do that one. We'll just do that one for $4. I haven't seen Alfani come through here in a while, and I don't remember if I've ever shown this one before. I may have. Okay, number 20, this one will be. Oh, this is Jenny Bird. I remember this one. It's been a while since I've shown this one. Let's see, it's gotten kind of tangled up a little bit. Okay, there we are. So it's a two-tone. This is a Jenny Bird necklace. I'll show you the branding right here. And you have a silver tone chain with these little stations all the way around. And then this light, is it gold tone or is that some more silver tone? I think that's silver tone, but maybe a different shade of silver tone. And it's 2 separate lengths on it. And then you have this pendant, and I'll go into the pendant in just a minute. Let me give the measurements first. So the shorter length is 8 inches on the drop, and the longer one is 10 inches. And there's a 2-inch extender, lobster clasp, and then here's the pendant. And I remember when I got this, I wasn't sure if it's intentionally like this or if it's wear, because every place else on here doesn't show wear, but then this looks like possible wear. So I can't tell if it was made to look like that or not. Yeah, I don't think that was made to look like that. So I'll give a really good price on this. But it's just this little freeform pendant, which is about 1.25 inches long. And that, when I say the wear, that's what I'm referring to, if that's showing up very well on camera. Just right through here. It looks like the pendant was gold tone, and then some of it's worn away. Right through there especially. So since this has a little bit of wear on it, see, this one's number 20. We'll just do that for $3. Nice little Jenny Bird necklace for a steal. There's also some wear on the pendant. Okay. There we go. And this is a long one. I showed this a long time ago, I think. And I tied this ribbon around it to keep it from getting tangled. It's these all sorts of different chain, gunmetal and gold tone or brass. And let's see. Let me pull that apart. So here it is. It's just chain, but it's these different types of chain, different lengths. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 all together. And here they are, all the different chains. Lobster clasp on it, and it looks like a light gold tone, and then gunmetal are the colors you have. And I don't want to untie that because it does get tangled up in the bag. But the length on it, I'm going to have to measure outside of the light box. There's not an extender, and the length is 19 inches overall. And there are layers. The shortest layer is 10 inches, and then next is 15. And the shortest layer is this chain right here. There's a 10-inch drop on this chain. And then 15 is the gunmetal one right here. Then the other layers are the longest that come all the way down. So that's it. It's unbranded, but it's really nice. Let me give you a closer look at it again. All the different lengths and how nice looking that is. So that one will do for, it's a nice amount of chain. It's nice and heavy. I might actually end up just crafting with it if it doesn't get bought here, because I love to hang on to chain for my projects. So this is number 21, and we're going to do that one. Let's do that one for $5. And see if I can get it in the bag and help those little ribbons do their job and keep that from getting all knotted up. Okay, 22 will be this pretty necklace. Okay, this has a hang tag, but it's not signed. So we'll just call this unbranded, but it's really pretty chain. There's a little wear back here on that might just be some dirt actually, right here on the extender. And the extender's about 2.5 inches. You have 3 strands of this really cool chain. That's what the chain looks like. And it's very like drapey. Like it feels nice and high-end, but I don't think it is high-end just because a high-end brand is not going to put one of these little blank hang tags wherever that went. They're not going to do that. And they're going to make sure they sign it. So. But it feels high-end, but it's not high-end. Let's see. It's got a 7-inch drop. No, it's layered. There's, 7-inch drop, and then the longest drop is about 7 3/4. That's number 22. And let's do that one for $3. Okay, another chain for number 23. This is a 2-tone chain. It's a herringbone, a little textured silver tone, and then an untextured gold tone. Oh, I'm about to say unbranded, but it's not unbranded. This is Avon. Avon's another one of those that's underrated, which is great for collectors. A lot of people collect Avon, and because it's underrated, you get to build your collection for cheap. So this is a drop of 6 3/4 with no extender because it's a fold-over clasp. Yes, that's in great shape. And it looks new. I don't see any wear on it at all. And is it made to twist like that? I think so, since the 2 chains are like not beside each other, but they're one on top of the other. And there's that little taco looking thing again. Maybe I just need to have tacos. So I think this is made to have this sort of intertwined drop right there in the front. So this is going to be number 22. And the new Avon necklace is going to be, let's just do that for $4. Let somebody build their Avon collection for cheap, like I just said. And there we go. Okay, here's a cha-cha necklace. I think I showed this relatively recently. Got this really interesting chain. I haven't seen chain like that before. And then, not really cha-cha, but like sort of icicle style. These things are hanging down just individually on strands. You know, if it's cha-cha, it's sort of like chainmail with the beads all over it. But these are just individual strands with the beads hanging on each strand of chain like that. And it's light pink with rhinestones and a gold tone chain. This is Natasha. I do remember showing this. I don't remember how long ago it was. The drop on this is 8.5 inches with, I believe, a 3-inch, 3-inch extender. And here's kind of what it would look like on. Well, hang on, let me give you a better idea of that. The little drops were not all laying in the same direction. There we go. There we go. That's about what it would look like on. So that's really pretty. You've got your gold tone and your rhinestone little rhinestone settings right there, and your pink teardrops. And that is Natasha. I'm not really familiar with how much that brand goes for. This is going to be 23, is that right? 23 for, let's just do her for $4. Move her on to a new home. Here's her clasp, so you can see there's not really any wear to speak of. The chain looks nice. So yeah, she's in great shape. Those pretty pink colors. The beads are, let's see what they're made of. They're acrylic. That's important information that I left out. The beads are acrylic. The rhinestones are probably glass. That's 23 for $4. That was a pink Natasha necklace. Number 24. Okay, we're going to have some sterling to test. These are in the style of like spoon jewelry, but these aren't spoon jewelry. Okay, let's go ahead and test before I start doing anything else. And these are marked. I remember that. Let's see where, right there. Right there. So let's test the little, well, hang on. We're going to test the ear wires also. So that's the earring, and that's the wire. And yeah, that is showing blue. So we have sterling right there. And these are articulated, like they're hinged. So the bottom part, yeah, hangs freely. So they move. And they have some nice patina on them. Nice vintage patina. And they're just, like I said, in that style of spoon jewelry. The length on these is about 2 inches from the top of the hook to the bottom. And about 1 inch across at the widest part. So the pretty sterling earrings, these are 24. And we're going to do these for $8. Some pretty sterling earrings. Okay, and then number 25. Okay, I've shown this one before. I'll show it again. Almost all of those Chinese glass bead projects that I made got bought. This is one that did not, so I'm offering it up again. And these are the Chinese glass beads that are all faceted. And I got those in a lot from Michelle over at Miss Shell's Jewelry. And I'll put a link to her channel in the description of the video. But she had sent me a lot of those that had, the clasps were all corroded and not working anymore. So I destrung all of them and then remade them into new things. And all of that got bought except for, I think this is the only one that didn't yet. So you've got the clear Chinese glass beads and the black ones. And then I made this little pattern in the front, right there. And there's a little bit of an extender. Yeah, think about a 2-inch extender. The drop on it is 8.5 inches. So it's a 17-inch overall length. And those are just gorgeous. I love those beads. They're like crystal. They're just as sparkly as crystal. But it's Chinese glass beads. And I handcrafted this. This is a new Silvertone lobster clasp and new Silvertone findings. And then there is, no, not a 2-inch extender. There's a 3-inch extender on it. So it's a 17, or it's an 8.5-inch drop, but you get another 1.5 inches of drop total out of this extender if you clipped it at the end of the extender. So it would go all the way up to, let's see, 10 inches on the drop if you clasp it all the way at the end. But there that is, and because of the amount of work that goes into those, that's the price on that is $25, and the only thing that's going to change on this is the number. That's not the number. It is going to be number 25. Which that makes things easy. Number 25 for 25. And we're in the home stretch now, because I like to keep these at 30, because that's how many lines I have on a sheet of paper to catalog the items. Let's see, 26 will be, I remember showing this before. This is a gold tone leaf. These were really popular when I was in high school back in the 80s. They would take leaves and dip them in gold. But this is not gold. This is just gold tone. A little leaf. It's about 2 inches across and about 2 inches in total length. And it's a brooch and also a pendant right there. And I'm including a gold tone chain. It got kinked up a little bit in the bag, but this particular type of link, you can just run your fingers down it like that. Just pinch it between your thumb and finger and just pull it through. And then that works all of the kinks out of that chain. And so here's what it looks like as a necklace. Let's get that clasped together. There we go. And there's not an extender on this chain, so the length is the length. The drop on this chain is 8.5 inches. And there's what it looks like as a necklace. Very pretty. I like things with a detail on them. You may know that by now if you've been around here a while. I like all the veining that shows in there. And then again, this can be a brooch or a pendant. And it's unbranded, and I am including a chain for it. Number 26. And let's see, we'll do that one for $5 for the pendant and the chain. Or the pendant / brooch and the chain. There we are. So number 27. This is another necklace. This one, oh no, is this a bracelet? No, it's a necklace. It's a necklace. But I remember this one because this is the box clasp on the back of the necklace. And that's another one of those details I like. Details that are going to be in the back that aren't even really going to show. There's just something about that I really like. But it's a little flower. And it's not a box clasp after all. It's a little slide clasp. Or is it still called a box clasp? There's not actually a little box. But there it is. And the clasp is nice and secure. It's gold tone. It has a vintage look to me. I can't say for sure whether it is vintage. There's no wear really to speak of, which I guess would be expected if it was vintage. And this is a shorter one. This might be choker length. It's well, there we go. It's a 7 1/4 inch drop. There's no extender on it. And you come down and there are these stations in the front with these little gold tone beads and these sort of free-formed little gold tone nuggets. And here's how it would look on. And what I like about things like this is, like, you wear your hair up and then that shows in the back. That just looks really cool. So there's not any wear on it. It looks new. It's a nice gold tone. It's a nice color of gold tone. And it has nice weight to it. That is really, that's heavier than it looks. $27, this one will be. And this one's going to be $6. And that's gorgeous. This is a Talbot's, I believe. I had to untwist this one. Actually, this is one that I was surprised didn't sell the first time I showed it, just because it's so unique. Okay, here's what's unique about it. So it looks like the chain is all wrapped around and needs to be untangled. And it took me a while of trying to untangle it before I realized this. It's not actually tangled, it's made like that. That's the design. And then you have these little medallions with pave set rhinestones in a halo form around a center one. And then this is all brass, like antique brass looking. And this isn't just wrapped around, that's how it's made. I'll show you the back. You can see how they did that. And then it's draped. So let me see if I can get the drape to show up. That's kind of how it would look when you wear it. These little swags will just drape like that. So that's how that looks, and it's really, really neat. Here's the little Talbot's tag. And there we go. So that one, we're going to do, let's see, I'm losing track again. Number 28. I don't want to double number something again. Number 28, we're going to do that one for $6. There's a little thread. Oh, that's where the tag used to be on it. I can take that off for whoever buys it. Number 28 for $6. This is a shell. Oh, yeah, this is shell. It's nice and heavy. These pearls are genuine, I think. Are they? Yes. Okay. I can't remember where I got this, but it is Premier Design. It's genuine pearls on cord, and the cord is braided in between. This is dyed shell. This is genuine pearl, and this is tiger eye, actual tiger eye cut into hoops like this. And it's all hand threaded, hand knotted. This has more of a summertime vibe, I guess, but really, I would wear this anytime. There's not an extender on it. There's a little bit of discoloration right there. That is not verdigris. And how I know that is it only is on a cord or something made of some kind of fabric if it's transferred there from metal, and there's none at all on the metal. So I'm not sure what that is. I'll try to clean that off, but it's not verdigris, I can promise you that. And these are genuine pearls, genuine tiger eye, and genuine dyed shell. And let's see, that's how it looks on. This is a nice little boho piece. You could probably double that up if you wanted it to be shorter and up higher. The drop is 14 inches. And this Premier Design gorgeous, little fun, bubbly. This is just a happy. That just reminds me of happy stuff. It's number 28. And we'll just stick with $6. Premier Designs for this gorgeous, happy necklace. Very boho, very pretty. I like the sounds that it makes. Okay. 29 is going to be a ring, and it's marcasite. And I think, yeah, there's a couple of little marcasites missing, I think. Yeah. So I'm just going to offer this up at a discounted price because some of the marcasites are missing, but it is a sterling ring. So this is a 7. Yeah, I would call that a 7. Here, let's see how it fits this finger. Yeah, I would call that a 7. And that's how it looks on. It's really pretty. And you can't really tell with little tiny marcasites like that set in silver that's got some patina on it. Missing marcasites are not really obvious, you know, from the distance that most people would be seeing it on your hand. Now, if somebody looks closely, of course, they'll be able to tell. But let's go ahead and test this for you so you can see that it is a nice amount of sterling on this pretty ring. And then I'll give you close-up looks and all the details and stuff. And there we are. Positive for sterling. So, again, the size is, I'm calling that a 7. So right here is the line, right there, for it to be a 7, and it does cover that. So I'd call that a 7. It has this little pinwheel kind of design around it that looks like little paisleys arranged in a pinwheel design. And it's domed. There's the inside. The mark is, let's see, oh, there it is. Right, it's probably not really evident here on the screen, but right in there is the mark. But that is it. That's how it looks from the side. And in profile. And that's really pretty. And honestly, really, I would do that for 10, but the missing marcasites, let's see, that's going to be number 29. Is that right? Yes. And we'll just do that for 8. Nice sterling ring, few missing marcasites, $8. That's a steal of a deal. And then last, well, almost last, coming up. Number 30 is this little brooch that would actually probably match my sweater today, sort of, kind of. It's pink rhinestones coming down this little, I don't know what you would call that design really, sort of a botanical, leafy kind of design. It's all set in silver tone. The pin back is nice and straight, and the closure works perfectly. There it is. But there, oh no, it's missing a stone. Well, that stinks. So let me, actually, if somebody wants to craft with this, I'll just do this one for $1. We're still going to let that be number 30. And that's $1 if somebody wants that. The length on it is 2 inches, just over 2 inches, and then about 1.5 inches across the widest part right there. But there it is. Very cute, very pretty, except it's missing one stone. And actually, really, like the marcasite, someone may not even notice. I don't have any rhinestones that color, or else I would just put one in there for somebody. But there we go. That's number 30. And it would be closing us out, except I have these earrings that I made a while back. Just the color was so pretty on these stones. They have some scratching on them. But just the color overall is so pretty. I just couldn't let them go. So I priced them at $1 way back then, and I'm just going to keep them at $1 just because of all the scratching. But these came from a J. Crew necklace that I got from Lindsay Clark a long time ago, and I've made a lot of things out of that necklace. But these last 6 little pieces of that necklace had these scratching on them, but the color was so pretty. Like I said, I just couldn't let them go, even though they were all scratched up. So just for $1, if somebody wants those, I have 3 pairs of them, and they're just going to be, I was going to put them all together in one bag. They're going to be number 31 for $1 each pair, and I have 3 pairs. So that's actually what will close us out. And just number 31, $1. If you want more than 1 pair, tell me how many of them you want. There are 3 available. So that does close us out. And I'm sorry if I was a little rushed in this one. It's the sun's setting right now as I'm wrapping up this video, and I've got to go get some dinner made for some hungry people. And you probably heard my son coughing in the next room. He's battling a little bit of a cold before he has to go back to college after the Thanksgiving break. So prayers for him, please. But thank you so much for spending this time with me. I always appreciate any amount of time people spend watching the videos that I put out. And if you enjoyed the content, please give me a thumbs up. Please give me a comment. Please share it out with someone else who you think might also enjoy it. And subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.